Next topic we'll discuss about how to combine user-defined string and named variable value. So for example, here in my system, I defined a variable var 100, name is say for example, name is called root, department admin. So Python double quotes, single quotes, both are represented as a string. And we can say cost some floating value. We know that basic declaration, initialization and data types. Now I want to combine user defined string and named variable. So how to combine that? So example, my message I want write my login name is root. So this all user defined string up to this. Here I want to replace it my named variable name. Our cost is so and so cost. How to combine? Say this type followed by var, it's an integer type of data, it's a named variable, and print var, it will print that value of variable, it's a 100. When you combine with the quotes, if you write double quotes or single quotes, it will represent it as a string. It's represented as a string. So any named variable, if written within the quotes, Python will interpret as a string. Any named variable, if write within the quotes, either double quotes or single quotes, then Python will treat as a string notation. It's not considered as a named variable. So now if you write my login name colon followed by name means what will be the output? It will print a name. So it won't print the root value. Okay. So here I want to replace it. And if I write without quotes, say for example, if I write without quote, if I say my, it's considered as named variable and it will throw the exception. The exception name is called a name error. Python is case sensitive. We should write proper case. And if the variable is undefined variable, it's not declared anywhere, then we'll get exception, it's called name error. So anywhere if you're getting this name error exception, understand the defined variable, the whatever you're getting, that variable is declared or not. Or already if you declare and initialized, you can check with the proper case or not. If you type uppercase, lowercase, or if you write uppercase, all are it's named invalid variable. Then how to write it, how to combine to that above expected format. So that we will write in Python in different way. So one is print, where using comma is one way. Using comma we can write one way. So for example, print my login name is followed by comma named variable, like this. And my cost is or the person name, working department is followed by comma DEPT. Now say this is a difference. Name is named variable, so I didn't use it within quotes, and comma string separator, and whatever I want to write in user defined sentence I written within the quotes. You can use double quotes and single quotes within the quotes, then again comma separator, then named variable. So already that variables are declared and initialized it. Already I declare and initialized where, name, department, all. So using comma we can define. So name, that is root, working department is comma department, comma, and basic cost is comma cost. So Python support all escape character. If you want to write any escape character like line by line, we can write say working department followed by \n. \n is called new line character. So using comma we can combine user defined string and we can combine named variable. Okay, so this comma is one way. This is a one way. Another one more way, using control string style notation. Control string notation style. if it comes from C programming language, in C language, there are some control string, control %d, %f, %s. These all this control string to represent corresponding primitive type of data structure. %d, it's always interpret as an integer, and f, it's a float. String, percentages for string or character. Python, it will interpret as a string. The same previous one, for example, my login name is comma name, and where value comma where, and cost is comma cost. I combined all string, integer and float value using comma format. So the same thing using control string, how to write it. All user defined string become to be single string. There is a string separator percentage followed by named variable. Here we need to represent it that corresponding user defined one. It means if you want to write integer, here we need to write %d, and if you want to write any string, we need to write %f, and if you want to write float, we can use %. Then corresponding named variable. For integer variable, and float variable, string variable. I'll show you the above one using named one. Say this, my login name followed by %s. I didn't mention comma and name. The name is string type of data. Recap type function, type of argument, it's written as a string. So you can type string, and where value %d, because where it's holding integer, and cost is %f. Then it's completed. So the complete user defined string will be within the quotes. Then percentage will be a separator, open bracket, named variable. We need to follow the control string. The first %s, string type of data, so you can write string variable. Second control string, %d, integer type of data, you can write integer variable. Third control string, float, so you can write cost. Then close the print function. So how to combine user defined string, named variable using control string notation. And here %f, it will print complete floating. Here we can customize to the floating digit like C language. 0.2 means we can write 0.2 only 2 digit, or if you want to print 0.3 to 3 digit, we can customize. So this all its named structure, and using control string we can combine to user defined string and named variable. So comma is one way, comma is a separator. We can write string separator, named variable separate. And here all this user defined string we can write within the quotes. Each control string it's replaced corresponding left to right. Each control string will be replaced corresponding named variable. Replaced. Here there is one limitation. If named data type it is mismatched, we'll get exception. For example, type where, it's an integer. If a type where value is followed by %d and %where, will get value. Type name, it is string type of data. If you print login name is %s, percentage followed by name, will get string. By mistake, instead of control string yes, if you put %d, this will mismatching the data type, will get exception type error. So earlier we faced the exception name error, that is undefined variable. Your variable is defined variable. It's not undefined, it's a defined variable, but the formatting is mismatching. So name, it's a string type of data, we need to write %s. See that, read their exception message, %d format, it is record number, that is integer, not string. So whenever you're combining user defined string and named variable using this format, we need to write proper control string notation. Okay. So improved, the next level of formatting is, next level of format, the format method. Again same, all user defined string will be one argument. There is a format notation, and to replace this format we'll put dot format method. It's like a string dot object dot method style named variable. So earlier we used percentage, but this curly braces replaced your named variable any type of data. This is not like a control string style of percentage %d always integer, percentage %f float. You can use any type of data. Each format notation, it's replaced the corresponding named variable. This is another way to using this format notation. 2.6 some lower version, this format is not available, so you can use control string or comma. Okay, how to write the same previous one? You can say this, where value, I use comma style, where value is comma where, and login name comma name, and cost is comma cost. So this is one way to use, using comma to combine the user defined string and a named variable. Second, another one, control string, where value is followed by percentage %d, login name percentage %s, cost is percentage %f, and percentage followed by named variable where name and cost. This is another one more method to combine the user defined string and named variable control string style. Third, one more way, format. Recap the syntax, the above one, format method style. We can combine the same, all are same, where value followed by curly braces, login name followed by string, cost is followed by format dot string dot format named variable name cost. So this is another way to combine all user defined string and a named variable. Say this, so you can follow among this any of this way, how to combine the user defined string and a named variable. This way we can use comma, it's a common string separator. We can use all escape character within the quotes. If you compare this second style and third one, here we used percentage, it's a separator in C language comma, but here percentage is a separator followed by user defined string and a named variable, and here string dot, the entire user defined statement is a string, format is a method, it's replacing each curly braces replacing the named variable, it will display the value. So this is the way to combine user defined string and a named variable. Recap the previous topic, we discussed some typecasting and how to declare data, initialize all, how to combine user defined statement this way. Even type method also we can write, print followed by given type, some user defined statement, given type is, we replaced format followed by type of argument something where, so it is type format where, like this. Or we can replace even for control string format percentage %s percentage format, and we can get this value. So we can use control string, or we can use comma, percentage comma followed by type argument, and we'll get value. And typecasting also same, whatever the typecast exam, everything we can combine to user defined statement and named among this three way. Okay. So next class we'll discuss how to interface the data from input. Thank you.